Back in Studio 2 Explore, and I want to start there for New England because you're looking at 6-2. Your scope sort of broadens in what you expect of the season. These aren't one-off performances by Drake Maye in this offense. No. It's been progress on top of progress. What has impressed you most, Mac?
Drake Maye. I think he's the most developed quarterback we've seen so far this season. When you look at the traffic jam of young quarterbacks that we've praised so far, Drake Maye has taken the most steps forward in terms of his production and his progression. And then when you look at this team in totality, guys, I talked about the Atlanta Falcons being an in-the-way team. Because if you're a playoff caliber team, you're supposed to take care of the business that's in front of you, right? The teams you're supposed to beat. We saw the Patriots get off to a slow start. We saw that first early touchdown by the Cleveland Browns. Momentum was going in their favor. And all the Patriots did was settle down, and 27 unanswered points scored by the New England Patriots in a day in which Myles Garrett had 5 sacks. But he had 5 sacks, but it wasn't felt throughout the nature of the game because Drake Maye was having a field day, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns. So when you look at this team in totality, I know we still want to crown the Buffalo Bills based on their experience and their quarterback play and their coaching in their division. But hold on, because the Patriots will have something to say when it's all said and done, as long as they stay healthy and their young quarterback and say Drake keep doing what he's doing.
Say Drake. But I'll have to go back and say this is probably now the Patriots are starting to look like the Patriots way, playing complementary defense. Drake Maye's not turning over football. Had a couple turnovers in this game, but he's not turning over at a high rate like he did in the beginning part of the season. And the way he's been able to connect with his receivers down the field, intermediate, it's been wonderful. When you have a balanced rushing attack as the Patriots are having right now, especially since the last 4 weeks, this can be a very dangerous football team. So the AFC East may have to watch out. They already beat the Bills early on this season. Now they have to come to New England, which could be another good game. So this Patriots team is starting to heat up right now.
Drake Maye leading the NFL in completion percentage, passer rating, all the things we're looking for. He's been playing spectacular football.
Top 5 MVP.
He's in there, maybe third at last check, according to our friends at FanDuel. On the other side of this one, you have a player that's, I don't have it in front of me, but I'd venture to guess leading the NFL in sacks. 5 coming in and 5 on the day for Myles Garrett. But this is a Ferrari with nowhere to drive. At what point, and I know he took the money.
He took the money.
He took the money. He requested the trade. They got to a dollar amount that made him take that request off the table. But you're Myles Garrett at this juncture in your career, living in your prime at your peak. Don't you want to play some meaningful football somewhere?
You sure do. And that is exactly at 29, going on 30 years old, what Myles Garrett said last February. Remember, he put out the week of Super Bowl that he wanted out of Cleveland. That it was not just about staying in Cleveland and then going to Canton, Ohio for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That he wanted to be playing meaningful football in September, October, November, December, hopefully for him into January and February. And then the Cleveland Browns, in what we all thought was going to be a rebuilding year for the Cleveland Browns in 2025, he signed a record-breaking contract. That's okay. That's okay if you want the money. It's okay if you want to win. But if you want the money and you're going to stay with a bad team, no one's going to want to hear about it after the fact. And so here we are, 8.5 days before the trade deadline. And I don't think that Myles Garrett has any grounds to request a trade. This has been a topic of conversation in Cleveland on the radio waves and whatnot. I do not believe he has any grounds to request a trade. I do not believe that he has requested a trade. I hope that he does not request a trade because that would not reflect well on him because we all heard what you had to say in February. Then we all saw the contract that you signed in March, and all that's great. We're all happy for you. Nobody's pocket watching. But once you signed that, there was no way out of Cleveland this year.
But you said something that was very, very important in there. In February, you requested a trade because you didn't see the vision of winning, the direction of winning for the organization. All they did was show you a contract. They didn't show you a direction in what we're going to do, what key experience pieces we're going to bring into the organization to win right now. What they're doing is building through the draft, which means it will takes time. So to your point, everything that he said, he contradicted himself because of just taking a contract. You should have said it's all about the money. That's it, because that's all it was. They haven't done anything to show any one of us from afar we're willing to win right now and we're ready to win right now.
It's a bit of a Pat?
How many Ferraris you seen driving around Cleveland? Not many. So
I'm not even
that
sure.
Ferrari don't have nowhere to go anyway.
Maybe more accurate, if a quarterback falls in the woods and no one is there to hear it, did it even really happen?
Look, he can absolutely win Defensive Player of the Year again.
Yep.
And nothing to show for it.
And
no
those
wins.
2 trophies, I hope he polishes them real nice, because there's no playoff football in January. When he goes to the Super Bowl, it will be because he is there on a sponsored trip doing interviews, hopefully with CBS Sports HQ there.
We will see you there.
Nice plug.
For the Patriots, meantime, you know that franchise. They interest themselves in other sorts of accolades and trophies. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but that is a good football team right now in Foxborough. Most consecutive seasons with 10 or more sacks, with 5 here on Sunday. Myles Garrett just one off of Reggie White.